It's been almost 2 years since I got the TE250, and since then I've uploaded 7 videos documenting taking it apart, putting it back together again, realizing the top end was toasted, taking it apart again, and installing a big bore kit. I really appreciate you sticking with me throughout that entire process, but we really haven't enjoyed any reward for all that labor. This will not stand. So today, we're going on a little ride. A testament to how little I've ridden this thing is the fact that the battery is dead. This might pose a problem because it doesn't have a Kickstarter. So once we get going, I need to ride for some time before it dies. I have a hill right in front of me that will help me push start this thing, but hopefully I can keep it running. I'm excited. I've only ridden this thing a total of maybe, what do you think, Jen, 20 minutes?
Probably.
So I might make a fool of myself here. We'll see. Catch you on the helmet view. It started. So I've got a few things to do today. Mainly, I want to do this ride and give you some first impressions of the motorcycle. But I also need to go to DMV to take care of some business. I still haven't paid the registration for that 2001 WR250F that I bought a few months ago. Vehicle registration is kind of a curious idea. I think it's the government's way of forcing you to pay rent on something you already own. So first impressions of this thing. I think that the comfortable cruising speed without really revving out the engine is about 40 to 45 miles an hour. I don't know if you can see my gauges right there. I'll try to keep my head up to avoid crashage. I really like the upright and tall riding position. The motorcycle I'm most familiar with right now is my Trail 125, and it sits much lower. This feels like I'm up high enough that I can see a lot more. In fact, I don't think I've ridden a motorcycle this high for any great distance on the street. The big handlebars are nice too, the wide handlebars, really easy to move around. I mentioned that the cruising speed that feels comfortable is kind of low. That's the downside for this engine and this gearing. The upsides are that it's really capable in the dirt. It has dirt-oriented gearing rather than street. It should also have pretty good acceleration. Too bad. It's a shame that I didn't ride the 250cc engine more because I really don't know what to compare this to, but this feels like it has a ton of power. So in addition to going to the DMV to pay those nice folks their money, they need it after all, we're also going to have a look at the new residence where I think we're going to be living in the next few days. It's about a 40-mile drive from my house, and I'm going to try to stick to the most interesting route that I can. This is a fun one. I just roll on the throttle and it's there. It tops out really quick. I'm at 50 and it's 7,000 RPM, but getting there is a whole lot of fun. I'm taking a break for a day or two from that PW50 project for a couple of reasons. I wanted to do this ride video for the Husqvarna, and I'm also moving the last few large items out of our house and into storage. Yesterday I had to move a piano.
You pull your arms a little bit longer on that side now?
I really don't like being responsible for things that are extremely heavy or extremely delicate. A piano is both. I'll do it for my wife though. I love my wife. I just really
wish that instead of getting her piano lessons when she was a young girl, my in-laws would have just bought her a harmonica. The thing is heavy enough to kill you if it crushes you, but all at the same time, don't change the temperature too quick because it might throw it out of tune. I appreciate my dad and my brother helping me move it yesterday. My brother's a smart guy. He's building himself a house. Rather than pay rent to your landlord or to the bank if you have a mortgage, he saved up a little nest egg and he's building himself a house. I think that's a wonderful way to break out of the hamster wheel that those who feast off of the common man's labor try to keep you contained within. I'm really happy with how well the engine runs in general, from idle all the way up to 8,000 RPM. I haven't taken it any higher than that, considering that I haven't changed any settings with the carburetor. I've increased the CCs by 50 and it runs really well. But I should take into account that I haven't ridden a motorcycle with this much power for a long time, so even if it's running poorly, I would probably think that it's satisfactory. I don't see anything coming out the tailpipe though. It idles, it doesn't smoke. What more do you want? I'm not used to this motorcycle. I'm in 6th gear, but I catch myself grabbing the clutch lever and asking for 7th. If anyone out there watching this video owns a motorcycle similar to mine, I'm curious to know if at idle your engine makes some noise. I noticed that this motor clatters more than my Honda or my Yamaha, and I don't know why it would do that. It's got a brand new top end, the valves are in spec, and the noise I'm hearing is not the bottom end, so I'm pretty sure it's not a symptom of a bad crankshaft. I take that back. If you think the noise is normal, contact me. If you think the engine is about to blow up, don't worry about it. I'd rather live in ignorance and be happy. Hear that? Do you hear that through the microphone? It's got a little bit of a clatter. I need to be careful not to kill it here. I don't think 10 minutes of riding is enough to recharge the battery enough to start this. I should have bought a Kickstarter. Now that I'm in town, I can see if my get-up gets any attention from onlookers. That might. Okay, fine. No wave, no wave. It's okay. It's the helmet, isn't it? You think I'm goofy. See, no wave. There we go. Passenger did. I got in a crash at this intersection right here. The guy ran into me, rear-ended me when I was in the Mercedes. I love riding motorcycles, but the danger is real. What would just be a minor fender bender with a car will kill you sometimes in a motorcycle. The accident that I'm talking about, I was just sitting at a stoplight and boom, somebody didn't see me there. It kind of ruined my day, and we had to go through insurance and get a little settlement, and it was an inconvenience, but what is an inconvenience with a car can end your life with a motorcycle. But what does it matter? Is any of it really real? And on a timeline of infinity, it doesn't really matter if I die yesterday or 50 years from now. Just live your life. Have fun, get right with your Creator, and be comfortable with your own mortality. That's it. This right twist grip is addictive. Careful, careful. I'm okay. Where the popo's at? Riding impressions. Back to riding impressions. I've been on the road for about 30 minutes, and the seat is getting a little bit uncomfortable. If I was going to regularly drive this on the highway, I would want to drop a couple teeth on the back sprocket. It's great fun in the mountains, but it does not cut it once you get above 50. At 46, that's 6,600 RPM, and I can start to feel the foot pegs buzzing a little bit. And at about 7,000, I can feel the buzzing coming through the seat. I'm conservative though. I spent a lot of time on this motor. I want to enjoy it and probably just sell the motorcycle in the next 6 months to a year. Somebody told me a reworked 250 is not worth what I think it's worth. It's worth what someone will pay for it. That's the 32nd and a half rule of thermodynamics. 35 minutes now. That's how long it takes me. I'm comfortable. We're becoming one with each other, the man and the machine. I have a great concentration of consciousness because of the way my meat suit is built. It draws a lot of the consciousness from the universe and focuses it in my brain and in my body. But I don't mean to discredit the small amount of consciousness that the machine has. Just as I am a collection of atoms, as is the Husqvarna. So it's foolish for me to say that I am aware and it's not, right? I think people like the Husqvarna. Not as much as the Trail 90, but I think people will like it. You would not believe the amount of comments and thumbs up and waves that I get riding the Trail 125 around. Every time I stop for gas with that machine, people want to talk about it. I love it. I think it's because that small classic motorcycle is nostalgic for a lot of people. It's also really approachable. If I see somebody with an interesting little motorcycle at the gas station, I won't hesitate to strike up a conversation. But if I see a really fancy car that I'm interested in, a Ferrari, Lamborghini, depending on the person, I might just mind my own business. You don't know what that guy's really like. It could also be the pan. About 40 minutes ride time now, and I'm really wondering why they machined this seat out of mahogany. I need one of those bleacher pads for my bottom like you get at the high school football game. I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. I'm just kind of rowing between 5th and 6th, so I feel like I'm doing something. This one might take 4. There we go, 4th gear. Makes me feel like I'm an active participant in riding if I shift. For you guys that do the motovlogs, do you just start the camera when you begin and just let it run? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping my picture card has enough space on it. Or do you start and stop? And the wind noise, how do you deal with the wind noise while not making the voice feel like you're talking into a pillow? Ooh, how do you like that? Dirt, gravel underneath your feet. We are almost there, and I'm getting to do a little trail riding. Who's that? Who's that? She made it here before me. I must be slow. I made it. It didn't even die, and I didn't have to worry about trying to start this thing again. Whew. How long have you guys been here?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? I took it slow. I took the long way, and I am kind of slow maybe.
It runs good. It's a lot of fun. It took me 30 minutes to get used to it, but my hands tingle. That buzzing from the high revving engine really transferred into the handlebars. I know I'm repeating this to the people at home, but I have to share my experiences with the missus. So this is where we may be staying for an indeterminate amount of time. Maybe. We don't know. We're bringing some stuff over, trying to hedge our bets the best we can. After we're through here, I need to go to DMV, pay those nice people their money. I'll do that on my own time though. We'll get back to the PW50 next time. Thanks for watching.